Tuesday, and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by my Disney princesses, Shane Diefenbach,
Here we are.
Shawn DePaz. Gents, how we doing?
Not as royal as who got coordinated?
Charles.
Not as royal as Charles, but I'm close.
Fuck him.
Who?
He's close
The royal
too.
family.
Oh, okay.
He's close too.
I feel like we've
74?
talked about
Yeah,
being
he's in
king or queen. We almost talked
There's
about
a lot of royalty on this show. Well, royal speak, not royalty.
monarchies, hot or not.
Fallacy.
Dog.
We done had been doing this. Guys, let's talk about, the guy that I
Lonnie
think
Walker.
everybody wants to talk about today, Lonnie Walker. My God. What he did against the Golden State Warriors last night? Kind of nice.
Pac-12 legend Lonnie
Kinda
Walker. Is that what you
nice.
He
said
won them the
earlier?
game.
He absolutely won him the game. If you're not familiar
Do
with
you like Lonnie Walker?
I do.
He went to Colorado though.
That's fine. I don't hate everybody that went to Colorado.
He's Deion Coach Prime Walker.
No, he's not. He is certainly not. Lonnie, tell me it isn't true. Does
Or did he
AS
not? Am I thinking of a different guy?
What, Lonnie
I
Walker?
thought Lonnie Walker did. Maybe he didn't.
Did he not go to CU?
He went to Miami. Did he not go to CU at any point? He might have not. I might have just been making that up.
No.
There might have been another, the fourth, that went to CU.
That sounds about right. I don't know why, but it does. Before we get into ASU, and as it somehow relates to Lonnie Walker, if you missed the Lakers-Warriors game last night, Lonnie Walker coming off the bench
Yeah, I don't think he did.
with, 17 points? Something like that in the fourth quarter alone, pretty much propelling the Lakers past Golden State. So our question today pretty much is, does ASU have a Lonnie Walker style player on the bench? Do they have a guy that can come off the bench and provide quick scoring? Because honestly, that's not something that they really had consistently last season. Not to say that Lonnie Walker has been doing it consistently.
No, I totally made that up, by the way. He didn't go to Colorado.
Oh, you just pulled that out of your ass?
Yeah.
Nice.
There was a fourth that went to Colorado.
There was. I know because I've seen it.
I'm gonna do some digging.
Oh, you do the digging, then Shawn and I will have this conversation. Shawn, do you think there's a Lonnie Walker type of player on this ASU basketball roster? And if so, who?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was currently looking up guys who were the fourth.
Oh, no, that's fair.
I mean, I think they might, but I think he might be starting. I think it's Jeremiah. Like, I think you saw that at the end of the year. There was a guy that, not necessarily a guy that I'm going out there every day being like, okay, that guy can go get us a bucket, but a guy that most certainly can just get hot and just take over a game, and all of a sudden he's hit 3 straight threes, and you're like, oh, where
Hold
did
up.
this come from?
Yeah.
I definitely think, but like I said, the concerning part is he's probably going to be starting. Do you have that off the bench? I don't know. You probably will need either one of these freshmen to step up. I'm blanking on the name of the 3-point shooter we just got. Why am I blanking on his name?
Bryson Long.
Bryson Long. Wow,
Yeah.
right.
There you go. McKinley Wright the fourth.
Thank you, JJ.
We've got the breaking news. We've got the breaking news that we've been waiting for, by the way.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Jordyn Tyson, you are an Arizona State Sun Devil.
Hell yeah,
Boom.
baby. We did all that time we wasted yesterday.
Hey, Jordyn Tyson, a Colorado Buffalo.
Oh, yeah. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Yeah, no. How do I feel?
Yeah.
I said this literally months ago, that if there was anybody that was transferring out of Colorado that I would want on the roster, that it would be Jordyn Tyson.
And also, I was saying the last couple of days, like, it's fun. He could never play. It's fun just as a middle finger to the Buffs.
I mean,
Okay. We were waiting for this to be official yesterday because I really wanted to talk about
We
it.
played fucking
Okay,
Purtle on the
holy
show.
good hell.
he's so much fun.
Dude,
This
There's so many
wide
receivers.
receiver
There's
room
so many
is
receivers.
unbelievable.
and we coming from a year where the start this time last year, we were like, oh, I don't know who's catching the football for this football team. And I mean, we knew Badger was Badger, but now there are dudes. There's heads. There's guys, fellas, pals.
Can we change the YouTube title now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why don't we? Nobody wants to talk about Lonnie Walker anymore, guys? Come on
Well,
now.
no, take out the other part. Just add it to after the Lonnie Walker part.
If you want to do your hosting duties, I'll send something to change the title.
Okay,
to.
let me just go ahead and send off this tweet.
Yeah.
Shawn, what do you think?
Sean,
I mean,
just go ahead
Shawn,
and
just
talk
go
for a
ahead and
little
run the show here.
Yeah, I mean, have you talked about it when these rumors first kind of started popping up? I mean, we talked about this receiving room, and we know who 1 and 2 are. We know it's X. We know it's Elijah Badger. Who was going to be 3? Who was going to play in the slot? And I don't by any means think this was something ASU needed to do. I think they had the depth. I think I would have been fine with a Melquan Stovall, Javid Jacobs. Like, I think there was guys on this roster who easily could have filled that position. But I do think this is a good pickup, and I think he will slot into that spot relatively easily. And like I said, it's nice to be kind of stealing a Colorado player because this is one of the few bright spots from this team, and now it's a nice little fuck you to Coach Prime in that what seems to be a joke of a program right now.
Yeah. I mean, look,
that enough.
The for now.
I got yelled at yesterday for not keeping the people entertained enough.
Can we put Coach Prime in there? Does it fit in there?
We can find a way.
Deion,
even though
it's got to be exactly what the DNVR Buff Show does. It's got to be Deion parentheses Coach Prime Sanders.
Oh my goodness! Look, we talked about Jordyn Tyson last week, and this is a guy that has next level speed. He is dynamic. He gives ASU something that they haven't had in some time in terms of a guy that can simply outrun everybody else. A lot is going to be made about his role in the offense. I mean, right now, obviously, we saw everything that happened in the spring. This is your three. This is your slot guy. This is the guy that is another matchup nightmare, to be honest with you. There's not a defense in the Pac-12 that matches up right now that can stop all of the weapons.
Who? Literally who?
Jalen is your guy. Jalen's the guy that you have to game plan against.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
but also, if you do, Elijah Badger was going to have 800 yards after the catch in a game.
Yeah.
Or this kid is going to blow the top off the defense, and he's going to have a 60-yard play.
Yeah.
Like, it really is the line going to give the quarterback enough time to stay there? Because I don't doubt Trenton Bourguet. I mean, the other guys I'm going to doubt a little bit more just because they're a little bit more of an unknown. I fully believe Bourguet. And also, the offensive line, as much of a question as it is, Bourguet was productive last year behind a shit offensive line and showed that he was more than willing to stand in there and take a hit if he needs to and deliver the ball, which you have to at least hope that the offensive line is slightly improved from last year. I'm not going to say it's necessarily good, but it's at least a little better.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. This offense could be fun.
I can't believe how good this receiving core is. And I wish that Jordyn Tyson had chosen ASU before the high point last week so we could have talked to Bourguet, because we know how excited Bourguet is to be able to throw with Jalen for another year and to be able to throw with Badger for another year. And now you throw Guillory in the mix. Hello, how about another weapon and another one and another one? There are so many receivers, and guess what? None of them can transfer now.
Yeah.
They can't transfer out this year.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And it's almost like I almost feel bad for some of the guys.
Bitch. Yeah. That's the meme.
Like the sound of the car door locking. Like,
it was funny during that high point when they're talking to Coben and stuff like that. It's like there's just, you think about where he is on this roster. Like there's so many receivers. Chad Johnson Jr. Will he see the field? Andre Johnson. He was the one really starting spring last year. Is he going to ever see the field? Like, and then you just look at just the tight ends. You still have 8-foot-tall Messiah Swinson, and then Bryce Pierre as your third.
Who you don't talk about now. Yeah. Nobody's talking about it now.
Like,
but
it's
you
insane,
come a certain
man.
point in the season, those guys are going to have their moments, and everyone is going to be talking about, like, how do you...
And like, I hate putting this out there, but I'm just going to say it. You lose your number one receiver, your number one slot receiver, and your number one tight end. I'm still not that worried about this offense. Obviously, losing those guys would be massive. Losing Jalen would be huge. But you look at spring ball last year, Messiah Swinson was the one. Andre was the one. Like, the running backs or whatever, there's 3 of them. But, like, even if Tevin White ends up being the starting running back, you're like, oh, like, that's still a solid team. But hopefully, and obviously, you're hoping you don't ever have to get to that situation. Not that you don't want to see those guys play, but you just hope there's no injuries, obviously. Like, this offense is stacked.
Yeah.
You could say that Jordyn Tyson is your Lonnie Walker.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you're absolutely right. Like, I know it's kind of a joke, right? But like the heavy hitters on this offense.
Oh my God, are we gonna get Kyler Murray in the transfer portal?
The heavy hitters on this offense, regardless of really who transfers in, like you've got Jalen Conyers, you've got Xavier Guillory, you've got Elijah Badger, right? That's your 3-headed monster. And then you add a guy like Jordyn Tyson, who was one of the most explosive players in all of Pac-12 football last year.
Without a quarterback.
Without any sort of offense.
Yeah.
Without any sort of stability.
I got a t-shirt already.
Oh, God.
Ghidorah from Godzilla. the massive 3-headed beast.
Oh yeah.
And it's just Tyson.
No, we wouldn't need their faces on it.
It could be any three ever. It should be like a make your own shirt. You get little Velcro things of each number.
Or we need
it
a
could be like
4-headed one. Though.
any three offensive players you want. Also, I feel like something that we kind of referenced but have not. Ooh, that would honestly be fun, Clint, because I would love to see Chad Johnson get some play. Him being at OSU, going home, that'd be cool. Anyways, like this is such obviously because he's getting the recruits here, but more so like it's such a testament to Kenny, because how are you? Like you're not going to see any position group this deep in college football that often in today's day and age, because most of those guys, like, why would you stay on a team?
Yeah.
You know you're not going to play. And that says, and obviously this happened after the point when any guys can enter the portal, so I don't know how that would have changed things, but still, they had to have known at least there was a possibility. Like, he's kept all these guys here, and I have to assume at least in part because they believe in the message that Kenny has been trying to send, which I don't think we are at. At this point, you shouldn't need any more proof that Kenny is that guy. As far as
not
this,
just Kenny. It's not just Kenny.
Yeah,
this
100%.
is Samp. This is BC.
the
This
whole
is all
staff.
those guys.
So I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys did. I don't know if chat saw on Twitter yesterday, everybody tweeting like forks
Going
up,
full
da, da,
forks
da.
up
They're
mode.
Bobby Hurleying basically.
yeah.
But the one person they kept adding was Samp. So I expected this.
yeah,
Like the writing was on the wall, but just to have it actually happen is so electric. And as you said, I mean, Sam's probably just licking his chops, just ready to get back out there for fall camp.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, look, there is, when you add.
Oh, by the way, only a sophomore.
Yeah. And that's the thing that I wanted to get to, right? Adding pieces in today's day and age is big, regardless of the program. But adding a young piece like this to a receiver room and just an offense that is expected to lose guys like Elijah Badger and Jalen Conyers at the end of this season, probably to the NFL draft, right? So to bring in a guy like Jordyn Tyson, that, to your point, he's not going anywhere. Like we've already talked about in the spring, the importance in the development of Jaden Rashada, right? Regardless of Rashada playing, you get these two on a practice field for a full season. Imagine what they can do. And even, I guess, Bourguet too. Bourguet technically has 2 years of eligibility left.
Oh, and another thing, you're now having guys running with the twos, helping Rashada with his development that could be ones in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And I have to imagine that helps a little bit too.
I mean, he was CU's one.
Yeah.
Look what he did. Look, we'll pull up the numbers that he had last season, right? And again, when you look at these numbers, nothing really is that crazy in terms of like just the basic stats outside of yards per reception, right? 21.4 yards a catch is pretty ridiculous. But 22 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 470 receiving yards. He did most of his heavy hitting at the end of last season.
Yeah, you have to put it in the context of what that offense produced in general.
And like what he was able to do against an ASU secondary last year that had consistently been able to force turnovers. And I think the real issue for ASU's defense last year was obviously their inability to stop the run. But if you look at Jordyn Tyson's numbers, 5 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown against ASU, and then you look at what he was able to do against
Kenny.
Exactly.
And that's why. That's probably a reason
he
why.
had his best game of the season against
Kenny
number 8
watching
Oregon.
him.
Yeah, he's like, imagine what I could do
Yeah.
with a toy like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's
5 receptions, 137 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, it's like seeing you, dude. You remember that era of, well, I don't know, it was just in our childhood when they had like toy stores with just like playpens of toys displayed outside. You know what I'm talking about? Like it was that worm that was moving around.
Yeah.
Like I bet Kenny just as a kid was feeling the same way. Just like, damn, that looks really fun. I want that on my team.
I want that
in my toy box. I want it.
Well, they got it. They got it, and they've got consistency now. And I think a lot is obviously going to be talked about in terms of what this does for the offense, but what this does for the defense, right? What this does for guys like Rowe, what this does for guys like Ed Woods, guys that have to constantly be lining up and trying to stop an offense like this practice after practice after practice.
Do you know how many total drives ended in a touchdown last year for Colorado?
How many total drives?
How many total drives ended in a touchdown?
11.
No, it's a little more than that.
18.
15?
21.
21.
But still.
21 total drives.
21 total drives.
The
ended in
entire
a touchdown.
season.
Yes.
That's awful.
Yep. Just a little bit. Yeah, you look at the receivers last year. He had 4. Lamonius Craig had 3. and then 2 other guys each had 1, or 3 other guys each had 1, and that was the extent of their receiving touchdowns. So this guy was, like, again, put it in the context of what they managed to accomplish as an offense last year. He had basically more production. He had, with the exception of the touchdowns, because like I said, there's 3 guys who had 1. But you look at like yards, stuff like he basically had the entire production of the rest of the team combined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, obviously they have a little more yards, stuff like that. But like it, guys,
he's fun,
good at football.
And we got Connor Johnson in the chat, the OSU guy. Connor probably knows, but Jordyn Tyson scored 4 receiving touchdowns. He also had a rushing touchdown last season, and it was against Oregon State and their, just dominant defense. So again, like,
he does make a good point though, coming off an injury.
Yeah,
but that's the dream scenario for him.
Yeah, you don't.
He can sit behind some really good guys.
Not only that, but like, not even the sitting back. Just the fact that you are going to and I don't want to make this comparison because obviously this is night and day, right? But it's what you saw and what you're seeing, I feel like, with the Phoenix Suns in terms of Kevin Durant coming to Phoenix and what that does for everybody else, right? Devin Booker was the longtime number 1 option. You bring in Kevin Durant. Okay, defenses, their number 1 threat is Kevin Durant. What does that do? That pushes back the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th best defender to other guys on this offense that, you're seeing what the Suns are capable of doing.
It's very exciting thinking about, like, you're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to get beaten over the top by this guy? Or do you want to give them room and let Elijah Badger have room to make plays?
Yeah.
Or do you want to have to go and give Jalen Conyers room to make a catch and then go try and tackle him? Like, there's a lot of different ways that this offense can beat you now, and that is completely ignoring the rushing game, like the rush attack, whatever that looks like. Just through the air, there's a lot of ways this team can kill you.
ASU also getting, thank you, Chris. He's just, the man is perpetually on ASU football Instagram and ASU basketball Instagram. Joseph McGinnis II, Stephen F. Austin, defensive back.
Nice.
Stephen F. Austin.
Tough,
a little more for basketball.
Tough time for him to commit.
Well, I think he did it with Tyson because I believe they went to the same high school.
Oh yeah, dude, we own Texas. ASU, but obviously I'm being a little dramatic, but they are really putting in work in the state of Texas.
And we're saying this in terms of like the context, assuming that these defenses play man coverage against some of these guys, right? Go ahead. Run a zone.
That's what I'm saying.
I know like a lot is made about Borghe's size, about his arm talent, whatever. He is one of, if not the smartest quarterback.
Yeah, he will pick you apart.
Like, he will find the hole. He'll find the hole in the zone. And guess what? If he doesn't, there's just, I don't know, 3 of the top 10 skill guys in the conference on this offense. Realistically, how many do you think of the top 10 skill guys in the Pac-12 are on ASU's offense right now?
Well,
and you obviously haven't seen Guillory against some of these schools.
Guillory is hard to say. Obviously, there's at least one in Jalen Conyers.
You got to assume Elijah Badger's in the top 10.
Probably. I would probably say 2, but fuck, I don't know. If you would have asked me last year, I probably would have said none. So who knows what this team will look like? Like, we haven't seen these guys play in an offense like this. So who knows what they're actually capable of?
It's scary. It is absolutely scary. It's going to be exciting to watch some ASU football games this coming season. We're going to continue the conversation on Jordyn Tyson here in a second, but want to tell you guys about Pins and Aces. If you didn't know, guys, they make some dope polos, hats, golf bags, and even our favorite beer sleeve, an innovative product that allows you to store 7 beers right inside your golf bag and keep drinks cold the entire round. Also, guys, click the link in the show notes to sign up for our Keeping It 100 golf tournament at Dobson Ranch on May 26th. Pins and Aces is going to be out there. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be drinks. It's going to be a ton of fun. Jalen Conyers is going to be out there.
Jalen Conyers is going to be on our team.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this because I genuinely, like, the one thing that always keeps me a little hesitant from golfing is that I'm going to suck and embarrass myself. I don't got to really worry about that. I still might embarrass myself, but
now you have the chance to be a Lonnie Walker. You have LeBron on your team.
Because there's a couple times when we went golfing where I hit some shots. I can pull it out every once in a while if you're not dependent on me.
You could be Lonnie. I'll be Rui. Hachimura.
Okay. Did Rui do anything last night?
No, not last night, but there are random times where he'll go for like 15 or 20 and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, Rui won them a game. This
yeah, you could be Lonnie, I'll be Rui, and
I'll
we'll
take
just
that.
everyone at the end is gonna be like, how the heck did they win? And be like, oh, they
I'm
got
Darvin
LeBron
Ham.
and AD. You're Darvin Ham.
I'm just gonna be providing emotional.
No,
support.
you're
just 'cause he
way
has a
more
silly-
AD. You're
no,
way
just
more
because he has a
AD.
silly name.
Yeah.
Darvin Ham.
I am pretty AD on the golf course. One hole I have a birdie, the next hole I triple.
Yeah, and you got your brow right here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The stash.
My mouth unibrow.
I don't like that
Yeah, I don't
at
either.
all. Oh God, that's terrifying. Something that I know me, Shawn, and Shane love. OGs.
True.
Guys,
Dude.
come on.
They are. You see the news today?
I did.
They're
That
coming.
new-
Almost as big as the Jordyn Tyson news.
Oh, I would say bigger. All due respect to Jordyn Tyson, but you aren't a multi-pack of OGs with different flavors. I'm just saying. Because they're going crazy. They're
The wide receiver room is, though.
Yeah, that's true. They are. ASU wide receiver room is the OGs. OGs variety pack of wide receiver rooms, I suppose.
Sure.
Because they are coming out with packs where they're combining all of their favorite flavors. So the orange creamsicle is amazing, but they also have their strawberries and cream. They got peach and cream. They're going crazy. They got it all. And not that they have different flavors, they also have different kinds. They have the sleep edition gummy. They have their happy balance, the THC to CBD 1-to-1 ratio, mini or micro dose. They have it all. So check them out. They're the best scratch made gummies in the state of Arizona. You can find them at your local dispensary at ogsbrands.com, but you must be 21 or older to enjoy responsibly.
More breaking news.
Oh God.
Jade Loville waived from the
I
Seattle
saw.
Storm for a Croatian point guard. Wait.
All right, back to Jordyn Tyson.
Maybe she should go to Oregon where she could.
I was about to say maybe she should transfer somewhere in state.
So Jordyn Tyson.
I was more referencing the Devin Cambridge to grow her game
Oh,
thing, but yeah. That
Oh, okay.
but Devin
gotcha.
Cambridge didn't get cut.
True.
Wait.
Are we done with the wham?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordyn Tyson. We talked about what he was able to do with a, let's be honest, crappy offense at CU, and I think that's being nice. Let's call it a crappy offense.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's coming off the lower leg injury. Is there any concern at all for you guys on that? I know we touched a little bit on the fact that he is not going to necessarily be pushed into the limelight in this offense. But is there any issue with that, you think?
I mean, personally, there's two ways to look at this. Personally, I have no concern because even if he never sees the field, I don't really care. I'm not worried about the roster in that respect. As far as a personal, I obviously want the kid to be healthy and play. Not really, because like you said, they're not going to have to rush him back. If there is any kind of hesitation, they can play him as much or as little as they feel like they need to. And like I said, there are 2-3 guys on this roster that I am confident can produce in his position. So yeah, I don't really have any concerns as far as that's concerned personally.
Chris Browning in the chat. We weren't good enough to be crappy. That's fair. That's fair. What about you, Shane? Any issue with the lower leg injury coming back from it?
I mean, it sucks, but it's again, as I said, it's a perfect scenario to walk into or limp into. Sorry.
That's tough.
He's gonna be okay though.
Yeah. No, I think. Look, this is exciting.
They don't need him to produce.
This is
you're not getting Jordyn Tyson because you need him right now.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
and this is we haven't even talked about this. This could be your special teams guy too.
Yeah, he returned a couple kicks for them.
This
last
is.
year.
I don't want him returning things for the injury though.
There's also you look at a guy like Javen Jacobs. If he's not playing in the slot,
I forgot about.
You need a guy. You need a guy.
I forgot about Javen.
You got to get him involved in the game somehow. He's too dynamic of an athlete to not have him
Jordyn?
involved. Well, no, I'm Javen. I'm saying if this guy is if Jordyn is playing in the slot, Javen doesn't have an opportunity to really get in the offense. I feel like you need to use him in the return game at least to give him an opportunity to make plays because I feel like he's very capable of doing that.
There's so many weapons on this team.
There really are.
Dude. There are so many weapons. I know it's not set yet, but whatever the season win total is, I feel like I'm being talked into the. I'm talking myself into hammering the over. I don't know what it's going to be. But I feel like it is going to be disrespectful, and I feel like I'm going to have to hammer it.
Yeah.
If it's 3.5, you hammer that, right? This is a 4-win team at the worst, right?
I would hope so.
Right? They are going to be a problem on offense.
I really do feel like as far as the offense is concerned, it's really just how far will the offensive line take them. But I say that, and then you look at obviously they had great offensive linemen in Oregon, but like Kenny whole charm of Kenny's offense is that they can kind of figure ways around that. Like they make plays quickly, get the ball out quickly.
Yeah, get the ball out quickly. That's his whole thing.
And Kenny offenses run the ball better than anybody.
Yeah, there's that too. Like if guys like Scat, and they clearly have the running backs to, not have to beat one into the ground.
Yeah,
like
and
they have in years
zone
past.
running schemes are easy to block for. Like you go to a place, not a person. So
look, Kenny had said at the end of spring ball, he was asked about the transfer portal and what they were looking to add. He mentioned they were looking to add interior offensive linemen. They were looking to add a linebacker, some interior defensive linemen as well. And then he was asked, potentially if you were going to go get any of these other guys, like at skill positions, is that an option? He said, it is potentially an option. Called them wild cards. And he said straight up that he wanted them to be younger players.
Yeah, that's another big part of this.
You're getting a young player. You're getting a guy that is staying in conference, right? We already talked about the juice of the ASU Oregon game and the ASU Colorado game. That game just got more juice.
Every single game, it seems like, has some kind of
storyline.
There's a reason for ASU to get up for it.
Look, ASU last season scored more than 30 points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. They did it against Arizona. They did it against UCLA. They did it against CU. They did it against Washington.
Bad defense.
And they did it against NAU.
And okay.
Of those games,
the fact that you didn't say Eastern Michigan there is so embarrassing. But
yeah, no, you're right. They only scored 21.
Or Stanford, for that matter.
21.
How many touchdowns did they score in the Stanford game?
1.
0, wasn't it?
3
no, that was Stanford that had only field goals, right?
No. Yes, it was Stanford that had 5 field goals to win the game.
Yep.
That is absurd, dude.
15
that is so
15
awful.
to 9, right?
15 to 14.
I wasn't here for that, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I missed that game.
It was 15-14.
Really?
God, I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you miss the Elijah Badger almost game winner?
Yes. I was not here for that post-game show. I don't remember.
Sorry, I was laughing because of Brian Carrington's tweet. Everyone go look at BC's Twitter.
What is he?
I don't know.
This coaching staff.
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
Oh, that's what it was.
I don't know if that's what
I think that might have been what it was.
I think it's just a silly picture of his dog.
Because Husky's not the dog I'm going with. I'm trying to say. He's a dog.
Why not? You don't like Huskies?
I know I love Huskies. But when I say he's a dog,
I'm thinking of like a Rottweiler.
Pit bull, something that fights.
Something that fights.
Or would fight.
Jeez.
If it has to. Not because it's forced to. Don't dog fight.
Yeah.
Do not
and
dog
don't
fight.
sniff ass.
Don't what?
Don't sniff gas.
And
okay.
Don't
I thought you said something else.
lead the cops back to your cousin's house.
Okay, sure.
What?
It's a Mike Vick thing.
It's a Mike Vick thing. Okay. Last season.
Thought we were trauma dumping again.
No. You know that story about how he got caught,
end of the show.
right? Like it was his cousin doing it, and his cousin basically led the police back to his house. That's crazy to me.
And Gio Sanders is still on this team too.
Gio Sanders is still on the team.
Oh yeah.
Gio Sanders.
Chad Johnson Jr. and Andre Johnson are on this team too. There's
Andre Johnson's on the team, yeah.
Yeah. Andre Johnson is on the team. In terms of receptions and just passing numbers or receiving numbers for ASU's guys last year, 70 total catches for Elijah Badger, 866 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. Gio, 40 receptions, 500 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Conyers, 38 catches, 422 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns. Guess what? They're all coming back.
What?
All 3 of them are coming back.
No way.
All 3 of them. And then you add Xavier Guillory, who I feel like everybody was talking about in the spring in terms of ASU and local media. It's just one of those things that, like, if you haven't seen Xavier Guillory yet, you're just going to have to trust us. Yeah. You're just going to have to trust that he is as good as advertised, because he is quite literally one of the most talented players,
go watch our interview,
offense or defense, on this team. And I don't think it is particularly close. I think he is a top 5 player on this team. And I think that makes him...
I think he's going to be the best receiver.
You think he's going to be the best receiver on this team?
Yeah. I mean, all due respect to Elijah Badger, I think he's going to be a dog. I think he's going to be a problem.
God, dude. I'm just in awe of the talent on this offense right now. Like,
who would have thought?
I mean...
Look at us.
Seriously, let's take a step back. Look at what Kenny Dillingham has been able to do in less than a year. This is a team that had lost to Eastern Michigan in embarrassing fashion, had fired their coach who led them into an NCAA investigation.
Make sure you specify that it was on the field.
Yes, he got fired on the field. My bad.
Kenny's about to get fired on the field in the first game, too.
12 times this year.
Yeah.
A team that
13
lost that Stanford game when they only scored 15 points and it was all field goals.
Dude.
And they lost the territorial cup for the first time in how many years?
6? 5? 4,
And here
3,
we are,
2,
less than
1.
a year later, right? Less than 6 months later, really, because Kenny got hired in the end of November, beginning of December,
The day after the night
Day
of the
after
Territorial
tomorrow.
Cup.
and
Oh yeah, it really was, wasn't it?
It wasn't.
It was the
but,
next day.
the next day,
Yeah.
it
was.
It was,
But it wasn't.
But it was.
But it was.
He
But
wasn't.
it was.
He wasn't fired on
Can
the
I do this?
field,
Can I
but
do
he
this one more
was
time?
fired
yeah, you can.
Remember when Herm got fired?
on the
Yeah.
field.
Remember the first name that I brought up?
Yeah.
We say things on these shows that
Yeah,
you know,
we say a lot of things.
There
though.
was definitely
Yeah.
a period.
Okay,
sometimes they stick. It's like
Yeah.
darts. Like
Yeah.
you throw enough, one's bound
no,
to
your
hit.
darts should stick on.
No, not all the time.
Yeah, they
Not if you miss the
95%.
board.
How about we talk about like maybe something that doesn't stick, like cheese?
You throw cheese,
cheese
at
at a wall?
You what?
I don't know, some of it might not stick.
You throw cheese at walls?
It's like that game. It's
you know,
like when
we used to on the show. Before you two were here, we used to throw cheese on walls. That is not a joke. I'll show you a video after this. The one thing that I do want to do right now, though, is I want to kind of temper everything. Look what he's able to do with the roster. Sure, let's make sure it works because you know what we do a lot. We talk about, Colorado fans are so excited to win blah, blah, blah games because they got all of these players. And we're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah,
so
but
let's make sure it's going to work. We're excited about the individual talent.
Yeah, but at least I at no point have talked about how many games they're going to win.
Okay, I know. But
Like,
we're insinuating that this team's going to be good.
Their roster is good. I don't think
the roster is good.
deny
On paper,
that.
they're
Like,
good.
he has gotten players that are better than that were on the roster last year and has on paper put them in position to succeed.
Yep.
I have no idea if it's going to work.
RK in the chat.
You got to at least think it might work, but what's popping, RK?
He said y'all got to go.
Tell
we'll be
RK
rooting for him
RK's
11
here.
games a year.
Tell him
Hope
how
his
you feel about his
recovery
buffs. Tell him how you feel about his head coach.
smoothly.
Say it to his face.
I will. You stay for the end. That's when we get to the Deion. Ironically
Okay.
enough, we had Deion stuff playing
Fair
for
enough.
the end.
Fair enough.
Clip mentioning one of the greatest racing games ever in the chat.
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed Underground, too.
Dude, Need for Speed.
That's what
from the police.
Jordyn Tyson brings to this team. Look, Elijah Badger, he's great. Xavier Guillory, he's great. Jalen Conyers, he's great. Gio Sanders is great. None of them are
Not even the light skin Luca.
not even light skin Luca. Are,
like,
although he would tell you that he's probably he would try and sell to you that he is fast.
He's fast for a tight end.
Not Jordyn Tyson fast. Jordyn Tyson is your speed demon on this team.
Let's hope he speeds through his recovery.
Yeah, he's still got
let's
plenty
hope
of time.
he takes his time and
Got a
goes
whole
back
summer?
to full health.
Well,
Well, yeah,
I
don't
know, I'm
speed through
kidding.
the recovery. See, that was you throwing
no,
Munster at a wall.
What's the thing? Make haste slowly. Is that the saying?
Make
That
haste
sounds like a
slowly.
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it means what you're trying to say. I don't know if it's. I've never heard it before, but let's make it a thing.
We're gonna make that a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make haste slowly. That's it.
Okay, sure. Why not? Let's make that a
To
thing.
do things in a deliberate manner while reducing mistakes.
Okay.
Speed through
Say
his
that one
recovery.
more time.
Make haste slowly.
No. The meaning.
To reduce. I don't remember what I said because I just exited out of the tab.
No.
To reduce mistakes by deliberately do something by reducing mistakes.
Okay,
It just means go fast, but don't make mistakes. Like don't
Okay.
rush,
guys.
but go fast.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay.
That's how we do it on the East Coast.
Guys. I can't. A place where they don't rush greatness. Burrito Express.
True.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's
They don't-
kind of exactly what Shane's talking about.
Yeah,
It's
but they don't-
fast,
they don't rush,
but they don't
though.
rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's why I was trying
Okay, I see
to.
what you're saying.
You see, I was trying to. There we go. Burrito Express, guys. They got locations all over the valley. We've talked a lot about Elijah Badger today, and guess what? He's got an NIL deal with Burrito Express. So does ASU softball star Jazz Hill. So anytime you guys link up at Burrito Express, you're supporting Arizona State athletes. Guys, go check them out and give them a follow on social
Reach back like
at
1, 3.
Burrito EXP.
I was gonna pantomime opening a burrito and eating it, but
Oh yeah. Thank
Oh, we're
God
back on the
you did
mime
not.
stuff?
no,
Let's go.
Oh, God.
no more,
no.
no more mime stuff. There will be no more mime stuff on the show.
Was there to begin with?
Yeah, there was.
In Vegas.
Yeah,
I know in Vegas we talked about it a lot, but a lot of it was off the show.
No, there was mime stuff on the show. I do.
Yeah, I
remember
think I did. I do remember doing it.
pantomiming.
Mime stuff.
Again,
That's pretty
another
good.
thing that I don't want to pantomime is drinking a beer.
Mm.
But the beer at Four Peaks is phenomenal. And
Dub beer to you.
we're one day in. No, it's not. We're one day in to Teacher Appreciation Week. Go appreciate your teachers.
Appreciate them hard as hell.
And you
Appreciate
can
it.
do that with Four
You're a
Peaks.
professor,
Thank a
though.
teacher and nominate them to win Grant's Four Peaks swags and a grand prize of a custom makeover of their teacher's lounge at school. Go to fourpeaks4teachers.org to nominate a teacher and donate. Check out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. You got to be 21 years or older to drink Four Peaks, and please Drink responsibly.
Teachers love to drink. They love to drink.
You're not wrong.
My mom was a bartender my entire life, and my teachers would always go in, which is probably why I got good grades. They always go in to see her, or go to the restaurant that she worked at. And
are you saying
are coaches teachers?
Are your teachers going to the bar the reason why you have to pay for student loans? Because if you didn't get good grades, you probably wouldn't have gotten into Syracuse.
No. Kinda.
Your mom shouldn't have been a bartender.
But also, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gotten the scholarships that I got to go to Syracuse. So do they not kind of balance out? I definitely there's no shot I would have gotten into Newhouse if I had worse grades, because I'm pretty sure I was at like if I had done one less club, I wasn't getting into Syracuse.
So
yeah,
it's your mom's fault for being a bartender.
Blame TGI Fridays.
Student loans. Yep.
Dude,
I think that's the source of all problems.
TGI Fridays, those goddamn
is
stripes.
TGI Fridays the same like category as Chili's and Applebee's?
Yes.
I was just curious.
Chili's and Applebee's far superior. Sorry, Max.
Dude, I've been to a TGI
well,
Fridays.
I agree now because Fridays is so past its prime.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, Fridays in the
like
mid 2000s went crazy.
Yeah, that was like
it's more like a fucking Thursday.
I know you said like your mom was a bartender. That was like a bar. Like people would go to Fridays.
Oh yeah, no. That's how like I've told you before about the relationships I've had with like various Bills players and stuff growing up. It's because of there. She worked at a Fridays. It was like the closest big like restaurant.
Dude, the 2000s weren't real.
They
were the great. It was so awesome.
Because now, can you imagine seeing like, I don't know, OBJ at a TGI Fridays? No, they're going to fucking Mastros.
I met
but like
Drew
that's
Bledsoe
what made the 2000s
there.
so great.
That's what's so awesome.
I met Drew Bledsoe there. My mom met Rex Ryan there.
That's not a flex.
No, I mean it was when he got hired.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like I want to see like Tom Brady playing. Remember how they used to have like Nintendo 64s at McDonald's places?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I want to see him doing that.
I loved that.
RK, who is Deion? That's Coach Prime and Utotri.
Put some respect on his name.
Well, look, what?
Let's put some respect on his name.
Coach Prime. I mean, eventually, yeah, he's one of the greatest NFL players of all time. One of the greatest athletes of all time. I don't know if that makes him a great coach. I don't think he is a great coach, but it doesn't matter what I think. People are still hammering Colorado to win the national championship for some reason. There was a tweet that was sent that absolutely blew my mind. Let's go ahead and pull it up. And it is from John Ewing. It says 8.1% of bets, the sixth most, are on CU to win the college football playoff at plus 25,000. Colorado is the biggest liability at BetMGM.
That's crazy. So now we have another reason to not root for Colorado for our friends at BetMGM Sportsbook.
Yeah.
That is 8%.
I mean, like,
what are we
cool,
doing?
I guess.
What are we doing?
How much money would $10 net you on that? See, 100 would make you 25,000, so $2,500.
Yeah,
$10.
Code subprime.
You might as well burn it. Just burn it. They're not winning. They're not winning. What I made a bet a couple weeks ago for them just to win the conference.
You did?
Yeah.
What?
No. The bet on the show that if they won the conference,
you made it with yourself.
And I'll restate it. If Colorado wins the conference this year or next year, I will sit here in a clown costume and do an entire show.
I'm gonna laugh so hard when Colorado or USC and UCLA are gone.
Utah's still here.
Fucking
Oregon's still here.
ASU and U of A are just like emergency waiver. We're to the Big 12, and there's like 5 schools in the conference.
They still wouldn't beat San Diego State.
Colorado.
San Diego State would still win the conference.
No, so San Diego State's gotta wait. There's literally just a year of 5 teams in the
and
pack.
Colorado is one of them.
It's Colorado. They got a big upset over Utah, and that's all they got to really take care of.
8%. I can't out of.
You know what 8% of bettors could have done with $10?
Gone to McDonald's, gone to Four Peaks, gone to Burger Express.
Bought Durham for Herm.
I could have donated to Totri Jr.'s scholarship fund.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have done, yeah.
What other inside jokes do we have that we can spend money on?
They could have gone to go see a mime show. Do mimes have shows?
I would assume so.
I would hope so.
At least
They could give $10 to a mime on the street.
Yeah, throw it in their hat.
They
could invest in a blueberry farm.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They could invest in a blueberry farm. They could literally do anything. What are you doing? If RK, if you are still in the chat, tell me you don't think you're going to win the national championship next year.
There's no way RK thinks they're winning the national championship.
Right?
Okay, can I say something though?
You can.
Can I say something?
You can.
Plus 25,000 for the amount of unknown and roster turnover. It's like betting on ASU. I don't think they're going to do it, but like.
But I would, yeah, I see what you're saying, but the thing is like, ASU has a roster. They have players right now. The school has Shador.
No, they've.
I mean, I know they have some.
They've gotten
guys,
a ton
100
since.
yeah, but like
a ton more since.
It is. You have a better idea of what ASU is going to look like next year than you do with Colorado.
I don't think they're over 500. I don't know if we're over 500. All I'm saying is I don't think it's the worst thing. I think it's crazy.
I think there are other teams with long odds that would put money on first.
I understand the bet. I understand the bet. I understand the value. What I don't understand is the sheer number of people that have decided that they are going to throw money because Deion Sanders is now the coach at Colorado.
Yeah, my only argument is this is such a unique situation.
Is it? Like, how is it? How is it unique?
Well, because it's Deion Sanders.
Has this ever happened, like, in terms of, like, a team?
No, that's what I'm saying. This has never even happened.
There's a one-win team going to win the national championship the next year?
No, it obviously not. And that's why it's uncharted territory.
Meyer kind of didn't do that, but I mean.
But I'm saying it's completely uncharted territory. Like, as RK says, betting on anybody outside of the top 5 to win the national championship is a bad bet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would argue betting anybody outside of the SEC.
Outside of Georgia.
Oh, shit.
Is a bad bet.
There was somebody who probably did this last year with TCU, and it was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, but even then, TCU wasn't a one-win football team.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, I was talking more about the betting outside of the top 5 thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Colorado's obviously not winning the national championship. Shador's not that guy. Like, I like him, but he's not.
Who is the best team in the Pac-12? Utah? Or USC?
Probably USC.
And we'd sit here, and I wouldn't advise anybody to go put money on either one of those teams to win the national championship. Realistically, no.
I don't know what USC's odds are. USC's Caleb Williams is him, so like.
But their defense?
Yeah, I mean,
there's a bunch of people with blindfolds playing.
Caleb Williams could drop like 50 on almost anybody in the country. Is my thing.
Your daily reminder that Caleb Williams and Tua are the same size.
No.
Yeah.
They are.
What do you mean,
no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I know. I know, but no.
Well, they're very different players. Caleb Williams is.
They're the same size. That's all I said.
That's fine. They can be the same size.
Yeah.
How are they different?
I'm the same size as Mark Wahlberg. We're different.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Mark Wahlberg is. I feel like I've said this 80 times. I've met his mom.
Does it have anything to do with Fridays or Buffalo?
Wahlburgers?
It has to do with Wahlburgers. I met her at a Wahlburgers in Boston.
Oh my gosh, guys, we brought it up. If you would like to sprinkle any sort of funds on CU to win the national championship, or anybody to win the national championship, continue.
No, I'm sorry. There's the Bustin' with the Boys guys. They were put out a clip of some of the schools that Michigan used to play in the back of the day, and one of them was just physicians and doctors. One of them was the Buffalo like Major League Football team. It was not. I don't think the University of. They used to play absolute like nobody teams, and it's just really funny that those teams used to exist. So I don't think you could depend on physicians and doctors to win the national championship anymore.
Zona in Arizona with honestly the question that we've all been thinking of: how would USC winning the national championship affect LeBron's legacy?
Let's bring it full circle. How did Lonnie Walker's performance affect LeBron's legacy?
I was going to say, how would USC winning the national championship
affect Lonnie Walker's?
Who is USC's Lonnie Walker?
Eric Gentry. No, it's Cliff Kingsbury.
Okay, now we're all over the place.
No, he's at USC.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
he's not playing. Guys, BetMGM. If you are going to bet, do it on the BetMGM Sportsbook app, guys.
If you're going to bet, do it now.
Do it now. Use bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live, but for our Arizona audience, you guys are going to get up to $100 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM. Again, make sure you use bonus code PHNX. Wow.
Whoa. PHNX?
No, my voice stopped there. PHNX. Check out the show notes for full details. Guys, did you win any money on the NBA playoffs as of late? Shane's tapped out. The Alaskan bullworm. Nothing? No? Okay.
I made a bunch of money on baseball last night. Yeah. I told Shane, actually, I had a great... I bet on the Diamondbacks -1.5 yesterday because that was a plus money. They were up 5-1 in the 7th inning. And I hedged on the Marlins +3.5. Marlins score 1 run in the top of the 9th, and they lose 5-1.
Did you go to the game yesterday?
I did.
Okay.
What?
No. Okay.
Oh, I did that Sunday. Yeah. I was like, what are you? Yeah. But yes, I had a great. It was an all-time. I bet, I hedged, and I hit both bets. It was very nice. I made a bunch of money. Zach Gallen's a dog. Over 6.5 strikeouts, free. Christian Walker, 6 home runs in the last 8 or something like that. Anytime home run here, free. It was a good day.
Yeah, what else was free?
Lonnie Walker and Gary Payton, 10 points each.
Well, first we got to listen to me talk.
It was free to listen to you talk.
Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to Free Shane.
Free Shane.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Well, you know what else is actually free? The Mountain Mike's was free today, right, Shawn?
Oh,
It was free. It was free for us. You can get it for free too, actually. If you sign up to be a diehard, you get a $50 voucher for free pizza at Mountain Mike's, which makes being a diehard worth it in and of itself. Mountain Mike's always pulling through with pizza for us, some wings for us, some salad for us. Dude, I heard Lindsay talking about this the other day. I think it was yesterday on the PHNX Sun show. Buffets are a lost art. When was the last time you had a good buffet?
Never, because good buffets don't really exist.
You haven't been to Mountain Mike's buffet, though.
That's fair.
Also, I know this is no free ads. Golden Corral. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Stay quiet. Thank you.
Okay.
Mountain Mike's is awesome. You can sign up to go to Die Hard. You get $50 voucher on for free pizza. They have locations in Mesa, Chandler, and down in Tucson. So you can head there, or you can head to mountainmike'spizza.com to place your next order. Mountain Mike's, the official pizza of your Los Angeles Angels.
Lovely. Guys.
And us.
And
us, yeah. Duh.
Anything else on LeBron's legacy?
Jalen said he's already talked to Tyson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he wants him to. He said he's probably going to come on the high point when he gets back.
Lovely.
Oh, I
Things we love
don't
to
know
see.
why you said that. I was like, Jalen Strong? That's dope.
Buffet at the Win is elite.
Yeah.
JJ.
JJ,
Dude, I
before
love
we
a
get out
good.
of here,
I want to go. I'm not even like again. No free ads.
JJ, you know what
No, I
we need.
didn't.
Before we leave,
End the
JJ.
show.
JJ, before
His
we
name
leave,
was in the rundown, and we never
JJ.
mentioned it.
Can I say
Do
one
it,
thing?
JJ. Yeah.
Jordyn Tyson, great for the offense. I'm so glad he committed right now because we only had Lonnie Walker in the title for about 6 minutes of showtime.
Yeah. Say that. Do the roar, JJ.
No.
Do the roar, JJ. Do the roar.
You can
Do
follow-
the meek.
You can follow.
You can follow the show at PHNX.
What is it? No, we got to
Sun
come up
Devils.
with a meek. We got to do the dance. We got to come up with a dance that's a meek.
You can follow me at Anthony_Toach. You can follow Shane at Shane D. You can follow Shawn to pause at Shawn_to_pause.
The official Shawn of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Do it,
Or,
JJ.
damn it, I meant to say the Los Angeles Angels.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Guys, we'll be back here 2 p.m. on Hump Day, which, if you're unfamiliar with Hump Day, is Wednesday. But for now, enjoy the rest
Zay
of your
Meeks.
Tuesday. # Lonnie Walker.
Hashtag Zay Meeks.
Hashtag help me.